Hello, I'm RJC. Welcome to the Compendium. Today we're going to be reviewing Persona 3 Part 3 Falling Down. And we're going to tell you what I thought of it, and it's really great. I want to let you warn a little bit is that there are a little bit of spoilers where I talk about the kind of synopsis of the plot and a couple of points in the movie. So just be warned for that. If you haven't seen the movie yet, maybe you should watch that and then come back here. But here we go. So the review. Persona 3 Part 3 Falling Down is great. It's about the Persona 3 cast's penultimate adventure before having to deal with the cult of Nyx, as well as all the personal issues that Yuki faces being surrounded by so much loss. The movie starts as the group fights the final full moon shadow, as well as the members of Strega. Yuki makes the decision with the help of Pharos that if he's so prone to losing his friends, it would be easier to simply have no bonds. After the battle, Yuki attempts to cut himself off from everyone but finds it hard when charming new transfer student Ryoji takes a liking to him and brings him along on his adventures. The animation for this movie is mostly pretty good, with a couple of exceptions where the character models were kind of off and had weird scale. I don't know if I didn't notice this in the first two movies, but there were several points where Junpei was too tall to fit in a doorframe, and then they would show Ryoji and he would be even taller. The character models were pretty on point in the first two. There was one point where I started laughing because Junpei turns into a weird creature that crawls around into the frame for some reason. This is less about this movie specifically and more about anime and animation in general, but now that everything is done digitally, it seems like everything is a little bit off. The backgrounds don't look as good, and CG clashes with the style so much it takes you out of the movie. For something like this, I wouldn't mind some CG on the shadows, or even something like Tartarus, because they're otherworldly things and shouldn't look right against the background and among the characters. That would have been a good subconscious indicator for the audience that you don't like these things and want our heroes to destroy them. But in this movie, there's a random shot where cars are CG and it looks weird. Lots of older anime had really great 2D cars. There's a lot of content in this movie that wasn't part of the source material that I thought was great. Yuki and Ryoji start a club where they try to help people who happen to be social links. They also get a job at a coffee shop, and you get to see how Yuki is making a friend despite himself, and it was really great. There's also a sequence that takes place during a class trip with a lot of great Aigis jokes. I thought it was really funny when she tried to destroy the statue at the temple or didn't understand the hot spring. Aigis is pretty great in general. I also thought it was funny that the scene in the hot spring was identical to the hot spring scene in Persona 4 the animation, and every hot spring scene in anime in general. I understand that this movie is in a weird position. It's the third out of the fourth movie, so it probably doesn't have the budget the fourth movie is going to have, and even the first movie. There's also a bit of pacing issues. A lot happens in the game during the period of time the movie covers, but not enough to fill the 87-minute runtime. So this is where the writers introduced social link characters. I did like this a lot actually. It fit very well thematically with Yuki trying to cut himself off and all. Overall, this movie felt kind of weird. Like we were just killing time before the last movie is going to start. That said, I really enjoyed this one, and I can't wait till the next movie comes out in a legal and subtitled format next year. I give the movie 9 out of 10. So there you have it. That's what I thought about the Persona 3 Part 3 Falling Down. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope you enjoyed the movie. I want you to tell me what you thought in either the comments below, or you can tweet me if you want. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. I'm RJC. This has been the Compendium.